Hello everyone. Today I would like to do my reflection of assignment 1 and I would like to talk about what I've learned so far from innovative model 1. I learned that value is subjective and it's subjective to the point to the viewer. Like for example, what's valuable to me is not necessarily valuable to others. For example, I like to wear Nike hat, Nike shoes, and other friends might find Adidas for whatever reason. So it is not valuable to them as valuable to me. So it's very subjective. And moving on, we learned also about the three entrepreneur leadership schools, which is Scrum Peter, Knight, and Krisner. So Scrum Peter is like more like of a more like disruptive type of the industry. For example, like Elon Musk with Tesla and how he like changed the view to make everybody actually like electric cars. And he proved that electric car can actually go fast and can be reliable. And it's of course better for the environment. So the whole industry of automobiles is actually moving to that and actually changing their own cars and producing electric and hybrid cars. Connect is like someone who owns like a franchisee, like bears the risk, manages people. For example, a franchisee of an owner of McDonald's, for example. If I was the owner of any McDonald's franchisee, I'll be in Night Entrepreneur Thoughts School. And Krisner is more like Jack Ma with Alibaba, how he transferred everything was there already in there. He just like took everything and transformed it online and made a huge benefit and delivered it in a creative way. Moving on to the next slides and topic and such. In week 3, we talked about the process of design, and one of the interesting things that I actually like was the two diamond model. I never learned this model before, but I never seen it before until the class, so it was very new to me, and it was very nice. It starts with empathizing, and then it moves on to focus, and then define, and then flare, and ideate, and prototype, and test. And each step has bunch of steps beneath it. For example, empathizes is like you have to put yourself in the people customers' needs. For example, let's say I have to put myself into their shoes. What would my customer want? How would they feel? And why would they use this product or that product? And why would they prefer it in another way? For example, we also learned in the class about this model, ask the 5 why. If you ask why 5 times, you would actually get your answer. Moving on to the hybrid entrepreneur leadership, and this is what actually I found most interesting, and I would like to spend some time on this topic. When it comes to hybrid entrepreneurship, it's like basically you work in an industry and then you also work on your own business on the side. It's not moonlighting; it's different. I started my business in Canada and I had a huge amount of difficulties because I had no idea what I'm getting myself into when it comes to industry. I saw a need, I saw a potential, and I saw some buyers, but I did not make up any money. I actually lost a lot of money. I was slightly less about break even because there was so much hidden costs that I didn't know about, and that all of that came because of my lack of knowledge in the industry. So hybrid entrepreneurship, what it comes to when they talk about it, is basically what they are saying is work on the industry first, and then get to know the industry, make some connections, find what you need, and then start your side hustle. That way, it's a lot easier, it's a lot effective because you have the connections, you have the resources, you have the information for that particular industry you are interested in, and that's something I'm really going to do. After I'm done my and graduate, I will actually go and work in the industry that I found myself that I find interesting to me, and I'm gonna learn the ins and out of that industry, and then I'm gonna decide to actually open my own entrepreneur. Now, there's a lot of theories and a lot of speculation about like why wouldn't you go just full entrepreneurship? Probably maybe society, maybe it's just it doesn't generate new startups and new entrepreneurs cannot actually generate enough money to support their life. Though there's plenty of reasons for that. But I think it's the safest way to actually start your own business. Once you get the connection, once you know the ins and out of any industry that you're actually particularly interested in, that's the way to go. And finally, I would like to pretty much talk about the distinctive distinction between innovative and non-innovative entrepreneurship in general. Not every startup and not any entrepreneur is innovative. For example, a company that sells that actually creates cures for diseases or solve problems, whether it's like usually health problems, for example, drugs um, or new equipment for surgical operations and stuff like that, is an innovative company. What's not an innovative company is someone who actually franchise that, basically take the license and take their products and distribute it somewhere else. Both businesses are very like they could make a lot of money, but that one is innovative and this one is just basically taking what's there or copying them or following their let's say if they're not actually subcontracting them, but they might like actually copying them, basically start the whole venture themselves and basically see what they have done and they just copy it. And that's my video, and thank you very much and for listening, and goodbye, and stay home and be safe.